our buyer got on the weekly meeting and absolutely screamed at the sellers, reamed them out, and said that they were never going to sell their business. Hey, it's Sam Shirk with the Calder buy-side team. Here's what we're going to cover in today's June update. Some stats on our prospecting efforts for the month, some funny stories, as well as some success stories so far this year, a few tips and tricks as far as how to increase your off-market deal flow, and a quick introduction into our new buy-side bronze program. Let's roll. All right, here's to recap June. 34 leads that were developed in June through cold email and cold calling using our network, our marketing. That led to 23 calls and meetings and 7 different indications of interest and letters of intent that were submitted. So far this year, as a quick update, there's been 6 off-market buy-side transactions completed. We'll put a few of these here, and it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows though. Even though 6 deals have been completed, 8 more are currently under LOI. We've had a couple fall apart, and let me share some stories about that with you now. All right, so we've had deals get very close to the finish line and unfortunately not make it there. The first one was a strategic, private equity-backed strategic in the commercial cleaning space. We had 2 targets that were very, very close to a letter of intent agreement, and unfortunately, the sponsor for the strategic in the commercial cleaning space decided they didn't want to make any more acquisitions. So there was one broken up deal. The second deal that fell apart was an individual buyer we were working with in the Chicago area. This buyer had gotten essentially the deal done. The purchase agreements were nearly complete, and there was some, I'd say, reneging on the seller side as far as terms that were agreed to verbally that did not translate into paper, and that unfortunately destroyed the trust between the buyer and the seller. The most painful breakup that we've had was another individual buyer that we got to under LOI and was in diligence, and we had some difficulty getting some of the diligence materials. It was taking some time. We had requested multiple times. We had a weekly update call, and it got to the point where, although we were making slow progress, our buyer got on the weekly meeting and absolutely screamed at the sellers, reamed them out, and said that they were never going to sell their business. And of course, that ended that relationship very quickly. So definitely do not react emotionally if you can help it. Thankfully, some of those deals, like I said, we're still resurrecting, and a deal is never good until it's been resurrected 3 times in our book. All right, the most frequently asked question I get is, how is the current market? And to be honest with you, we are at a decade low in terms of seller sentiment. What that means is we've had actually a record amount of people come to us that that are considering selling their business, but our conversion rate on actually signing those sellers up on the sell side has plummeted overall. And this means there's a ton of people that want to sell that have decided not to go to market right now, which honestly has not been bad. It's been a good thing overall for the buy side. Those people are eagerly awaiting a call, hoping that they can do a deal off market, not have to go through the marketing process or paying a broker's fee. Statistics on the businesses that we have brought to market this year that have set multiple times the new record in terms of interest. So there remains a ton of demand from institutional capital, from individuals. The capital is not really the issue. It's just amongst the negative headlines of banks failing, interest rates rising, businesses maybe not having their best year. Owners have decided to hold off. So overall, it's been a mixed bag. Those businesses that have done well have been highly sought after on the market, and we continue to get record levels of interest, multiple offers on the sell side, but vice versa on the buy side. We've had a ton of success reaching these owners that are holding off, but are getting to that point where they're burnt out or they want to sell and retire and sail off into the sunset. All right, it's time for the tip of the month. So if you are attempting to do this on your own, what would you do in order to get the most responses from owners through your direct outreach? I'm just going to give you one tip this month, and it is the time of day you should be contacting owners. This goes for both emails and for cold calls, and this is not something that I've pulled out of a hat. We've spent thousands of dollars working with a data analytics company, analyzing over 1.5 million emails over multiple years, and figured out what is the best response rate. And that is between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m., generally between Tuesday to Thursday, has actually been not only the highest response rate from an email and from a cold call pickup perspective, but also the quickest time to response. So as in contrast to sending an email first thing in the morning or last thing in the evening, sending it between 12 to 1 p.m. has reduced the response time by on average 30 minutes. And typically that response time is around 30 minutes. Whereas if you email between 8 to 9 a.m. or 4 to 5 p.m., you're generally looking at 60 to 90 minutes in terms of an average response rate. So check it out, try it out for yourself. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Let's see if that improves your response rate at all. All right, now I just wanted to quickly touch on our brand new Bronze program. This is our lowest commitment, lowest cost way to work together with buyers and provide very steady off-market deal flow through leveraging our network. So just to be clear, this is not a program where our team's doing any active outreach, cold calling, or cold emailing. This is purely leveraging what Calder has built from a marketing perspective. First, creating targeted marketing materials that are put in the right places, that are shared with our entire team. So as 35 people strong and growing are going out networking with potential sellers, they have your buy-side mandate in hand, and many owners are going to be interested in talking with you. Also, our website traffic, there's over 15,000 people that visit it per month, mostly business owners that are starting to think about selling. They will see your buy-side mandate and inquire, and we will vet them for you and introduce those that fit through email blasts to currently over 125,000 owners, including some business professionals, CPAs, attorneys. And when we send out a buy-side mandate, it's not uncommon for us to get 10, 15. We've gotten as many as 37 responses from business owners saying, I think I fit your buyer's criteria and I'd like to talk with them. Through unlisted sellers, these are people that we've talked to in the past that have said, I'm not quite ready yet, but if you have a buyer that's interested in my kind of business, I'd love to talk. We can connect you directly to them on a one-on-one basis, so you're not competing with others. And then through recycled leads. So we're constantly working actively for buy-side clients, and sometimes those buy-side clients will pass on business owners and prospects we've sent to them. If they're a fit for you, we'll make sure that we introduce you to them. And that way, again, you're the only one at the table, but you're gaining from the work we're doing for other clients as well. Ultimately, this leads to steady deal flow, again, without us even doing any active outreach to new prospects, simply leveraging our existing network. We've tried to make this as easy as possible. There's no time commitment. You can start and stop as you please. It's only $1,500 per month. This is, again, leveraging our team, our network, our systems for only $1,500 a month, compared to our silver and gold programs, which are more expensive per month, and then only a modified Lehman success fee, largely dependent on how involved you'd want us to be post-introduction. So if you have any questions on the Bronze, I'd be more than happy to answer. All right, to conclude our June update, I've just got one request, and that is reach out to us and tell us your best broken deal story. I shared a few broken deals on our update today, and I'd love to hear your best broken deal story. Email me at sam@caldergr.com and let's start talking. Have a great day.